yesterday you had said that FEMA's disaster relief fund was running low. With what we've seen from this storm so far, there's also the Maui fires. Do you think there's enough funding? Are you confident there's enough if there's another extreme weather event in the next month?
Yeah, so yesterday, as I announced, I directed my personnel to implement what we call immediate needs funding, and that prioritizes the remaining funding within the disaster relief fund to support those life-saving efforts. I believe through this effort we have plenty of funding to be able to support our ongoing efforts in Maui as well as this event, to include Florida, Georgia, South Carolina as needed. But we are monitoring it very closely, right? Every day we are looking at what the cost of these storms are as we approach the end of this fiscal year, and if we have another storm, we're going to have to closely monitor what impact that's going to have and any other actions we might have to take.
Administrator, thank you for being here. As we do approach the end of the fiscal year, as you just noted, just getting a little bit down the road, these take weeks, months to recover. FEMA's involvement will go on for quite a long time. Back in 2013, when there was a government shutdown, FEMA had to furlough its non-essential staff right now. What potential impact would a government shutdown, as lawmakers have considerations about whether to fund the government, have on FEMA's ability to care for those in both Maui and in Florida?
I mean, we always want to take account to what our personnel are doing and how a government shutdown does not impact our personnel that are funded through the disaster relief fund, and so they're able to continue operating and supporting all of the immediate efforts and life-saving efforts that continue to go on. And we also, for our other staff, can designate our emergency essential personnel to support any life-saving efforts. And so we have plans in place, as we have gone through this before, on how we would staff our agency to continue to support those efforts.
If I can follow up about the critical needs assistance that was provided to those in Maui, $700 in payments to individuals there, given the cost of living in Hawaii, specifically in the Lahaina community. Is anything being done right now? Are there considerations or efforts being made to try to raise that cap, that $700 figure for those who are there?
Yeah, the $700 figure of critical needs assistance is really just that amount of funding for some of the very immediate needs that individuals have. Every year, the main part of our assistance, which is our individual and household program, adjusts annually based on inflation. This year it's $41,000 of a cap that individuals can get. That will get raised after the fiscal year. I don't know what that number is yet, but we do adjust that main portion of the funding that goes to individuals annually based on inflation.
So $700 is it for now, and then they can pursue those other monies going forward. But if people have run through that money right now, they're on their own until they get access to the further assistance coming.
Yeah, and we already have, I think it was 12,000 individuals that registered for assistance in Maui, and somewhere over $15 million that's out on the street. That number could be higher right now from that other program.